have you ever got nervous before an event?
Ooh.
And what I mean by that is like, you know, obviously you've done the small circuits and it's in front of, you know, a venue that maybe have 200, 300, 400 people. You've now refereed on a pay-per-view on the largest crowd attendance ever. You've done title fights before. You've done amateur fights before. So you've done, you know, you've pretty much done whatever you can in the sport. Have you ever got like? Have you ever been like, as I say, like fighters back in the locker room, and they're like, "All right, I've got a title on the line." What like? And I assume the nerves would have probably been the Melbourne card last year.
Surprisingly not.
No. Okay, so let's go into it. Have you ever been nervous? When have you been nervous?
Yes.
What is the reasoning behind that?
When I first started refereeing in the cage, mainly, or kickboxing in the ring, when I first began, and got thrown in the deep end a little bit. And that was fine. Recovered from that pretty quickly. Didn't feel many nerves after that for many years. And then UFC Sydney came along in 2017. It was my debut. And it was like I've never refereed a fight before. And I had refereed well over 500 fights prior to that show. Stepping in that cage, I was shivering. I was shaking. Obviously, I've fought before. It's not the same. Fighting, I believe there's more nerves involved in fighting. But yeah, UFC Sydney was just like I'd never stepped in that cage before. And after the first fight passed, it became easier. I had another 2 that night, but yeah, I was petrified. UFC Adelaide, UFC Melbourne, not so much. I'd done it before. I knew what to expect. Mental preparation came with that. Sort of seeing yourself in that arena and hearing the crowd, and once you've done that mentally quite a few times before that, when it actually happens, you're a lot more calm and not as nervous. But UFC Sydney 2017, boy, oh boy, that was something else.